Hello everyone, today I talk about read. When I was 27 years old, I left a very demanding shopping management consulting for a job that was even more demanding teaching. I went to take 7th grade math in the New York City public school. And like any teacher, I made quizzes test. I gave her homework assignments. When the work came back, I calculated grades. What struck me was that IQ was not the only difference between my best and my worst students. Some of my strongest performers did not have a stratospheric IQ scores. Some of my smartest kids wasn't doing so well, and that got me thinking. The kinds of things you need to learn in 7th grade math, sure they had ratios, decimals, the errors of a parallelogram. But these concepts are not impossible, and I was firmly convinced that my students could learn the materials if they worked hard and long enough. After several more years of teaching, I came to the conclusion that what we need in education is a much better understanding of our students and learning us from a motivational perspective, from a psychological perspective. In education, the one thing we know how to measure best is IQ. But what if doing well in school and in life depends on much more than your ability to learn quickly and easily? So I left the classroom and I went to graduate school to become a psychologist. I started studying kids and adults in all kinds of challenging settings, and in every study, my question was, who is successful here and why? My research team and I went to West Boys Military Academy. We tried to predict with cadets who stay in military training as we would drop out. We went to the National Spelling Bees and tried to predict which students would advance fastest in competition. We started rookie teachers working in really tough neighborhoods, asking which teachers are still going to be here in teaching by the end of the school year, and of those who will be the most effective at improving learning outcome for their students. We partner with private companies asking which of the shop people is going to keep their jobs and who is going to earn the most money. In all those very different contexts, one characteristic emerges as a significant predictor of successful success. And it wasn't social intelligence. It wasn't good looks, physical health, and its quotient IQ. It was great. Grit is passion and perseverance for various long-term goals. Grit is having stamina. Grit is sticking with your future day in, day out, not just for a week, not just for the month, just for years, and working really hard to make that future to us reality. Grit is living life is a marathon, not a sprint. A few years ago, I started studying grit in Chicago's public schools. I asked thousands of us high school juniors to take questionnaires and then waited around more than a year to see who was graduate. Turns out that richer kids was significantly more likely to graduate. Even when I measured them on every characteristic I could measure, things like family incomes, standardized achievement, test scores, even how sharp kids feel when they score at school. So it's not such a West Point as the National Spelling Bees that grit matters. It's also in schools. It's especially not kids at risk for dropping out. To me, the most shocking things about grit is how little we know, how little science knows about about building it. Every day, parents and teachers ask me, how do I to build grit for kids? What do I do to teach a solid work ethic? How do I keep them motivational for long run? The honest answer is I don't know.